I constantly get DMs and messages from people who want to start their YouTube channel, and one of the questions that they have on their mind is how they can turn YouTube to make money and how they can make money on YouTube. I've done close to 150 videos on this channel. We've grown to 16,000 subscribers. I've been doing this for 3 years. So I think I can be able to give you some tips so that you can be able to start your own YouTube channel as well. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get those credits rolling. One of the things that so many people want right now is to get to 100,000 subscribers, because you see your favorite YouTube people are at those numbers and you're seeing them live a very good life. One of the things that you need to understand is that they all started from 0 subscribers. No one knew who they were. No one even cared about who they were. And I want to share with you 13 lessons that I have personally learned over the last 3 years. I began this channel on May 9th, 2017, and there are a few things that I've seen over and over again that I want to share with you so that you can start your own YouTube channel as well. Number 1, be patient. There are no shortcuts when it comes to YouTube. If you want to actually grow your channel on YouTube, you need to be extremely patient. I've done a video on how you can get to 100 subscribers on my second channel, but I'll put it up here so that you can go watch that after you have watched this, because I found out that getting your first 100 subscribers is the hardest part of YouTube. When you start getting momentum, when you've gotten to 1,000, you will start seeing that the numbers start increasing much quicker. In fact, for my channel, the very first year, in 2018, it took me the whole year to get to my first 1,000 subscribers. But in 2019, I moved from 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers. So you start seeing that the more you keep on doing content, the better you become at it. There are a few things that I'll handle a little later on, but the first thing that you need if you're ever going to be successful on YouTube is patience. Stop comparing yourselves with the people who are ahead of you. Stick on your own journey. Close your eyes to what the competition is doing and do your own thing. This actually helps you to improve every single time when you're doing your videos. Number 2, always start with an end goal in mind. Why do you want to become a YouTuber? Have a strategy and an outline for growth. For instance, you may just want to grow your own offline business, and that's the reason why you're starting on YouTube, so that you can create a lead generation machine for your offline business. Some people want to have a personal brand. They want to become famous. Then YouTube can be a good way of actually helping you to hit that. So first of all, before you ever start pressing record and recording videos, the first thing that you need to do is actually know, where do I want to go? Why do I want to do this? Because by the time you're getting to 10, 15, 20, 30 videos, you start feeling that strain of, what else do I talk about? And that needs you to already have a plan in mind so that you can get to know that you need to get to 100 videos. You need to get to 150 videos. That's where I am right now. And I can comfortably tell you that I will get to 1,000 videos because I already have an idea of where it is I'm going. This particular channel is just about business, and this one is just to help you because you've been seeing videos on this channel. If you want to start your own YouTube channel, then this video will actually assist you. If you want more in detail about beginner tutorials for YouTube, I have a second channel that is known as the Creator Growth Academy. I've even done a series of 10 videos that you can be able to go and look at if you have never ever done anything to do with YouTube. I'll place it in the description below. You can go and subscribe there as well. Tip number 3, just make videos. This is because you need to start getting used to being on camera. For instance, at this particular time, a few minutes ago, I was doing something else. But because I know that I need to get on camera, I need to get into character as well, because I want to deliver something to you that will be valuable to you. When you're starting out, you don't have the confidence, and so many people don't have the confidence of being in front of camera. So you need to start practicing. And believe me, your first video will be your worst video, and that's okay. That's the way it's supposed to be, so that every single video that you do, you'll always be improving 1% as you keep on going on. Next time you'll improve on something else. Next time you'll have your thoughts set out and you have your clear plan of what you're going to do. For instance, as I'm doing this video, I've already written down the things that I'm going to talk about. Every single point that I am telling you, I start looking at it, then I form the idea in my mind, and then I deliver it. There is no video that you can start from beginning to end. Just make videos. And sometimes you will do a video and you'll feel like it is not good enough. What I would advise you to do, upload it. But if you feel like it is too bad, then you don't have to make it public, but you need that feeling of you've actually put something out in the world. There are so many videos that die on the editing floor because the creator is afraid of what will people think about me? What will people say about this video? This video doesn't show me in a very good light. And those are things that you constantly are telling yourself, and they are stopping you from going from 0 subscribers to 1 subscriber. That is usually the hardest, getting the first video out. And even when you feel like you've made a mistake in a particular video, leave it up there. Stop bothering with it. Start thinking about the next one. Come back a few days later to look at the video, to see some of the reactions that people are making on that particular video, and you never know. One of your videos may be like mine, which I did 2 years, 3 years ago, that has gotten to over 200,000 views. And when I look at that video, I was sitting outside the house. I didn't have a mic. My background was bad. The lighting wasn't very good, but still people come and found value on that particular video. So you never know what you're stopping yourself from getting. And I can even share a video that I saw someone sharing and said that that video stayed on her phone for 3. Tip number 4, you don't need fancy gear or equipment to start. All you need is a mobile phone just like this one. Of course, not this one, the one you have right now, the one you're watching this video with. And if you want some recommendations of a mobile phone you can buy on Jumia site, I'll place it in the description below. Very affordable, and that gets you started. But here's a tip about the smartphone that you have. As long as your phone can be able to do 720p, which is HD, or 1080p, which is full HD, it does not matter the brand that you use. That is something that probably you've not had before. The brand of phone that you use for your videos does not matter. So stop asking, should I buy this phone? Should I buy this phone? As long as you can be able to get 1080p or 720p on your phone, then that phone is okay to use. Of course, there are other things that you need to think about after you have gotten your camera, which is your audio, your lighting. You'll probably need a tripod stand. There are people that have started just with a book stand, where you place your phone on top of that book stand next to a window, and then you place that and you actually start your videos like that. There is no shame in starting where you are. A friend of mine says, start where you are, do what you can with what you have. That's just simple. That's the way it's supposed to be. If you can be able to start just with your smartphone, you can be able to do really high quality video with your phone. There's a video that I've done about exactly that, and I'll place it in the card above here, and you can be able to watch that after you have finished watching this, because we're going to tip number 5. Tip number 5, you need a niche. And this is what that means. You need to have a focus for your channel. If you have a focus for your channel, then it is possible for you to grow much more quickly. This is the reason behind it. If you are doing videos for a particular audience, then you keep on attracting that particular audience. And I see so many people telling me that they do this on their channel and this and this. The moment you start hearing yourself saying and, then you know you're doing too much. Start with just one focus and do about 10 videos on that particular topic, and then see what the audience is resonating with. You will start seeing a trend in the number of views that you're getting. YouTube also tells you how many people have subscribed because of a particular video. And I'll give you a perfect example. On my own channel, half of the people who've come on this channel, who've subscribed to this channel, have come in because of one video. And I'll actually share it. That particular video has brought in close to 8,000 subscribers. One video. And I have done over 100 videos. I'm about to get to 150. So you never know which video exactly will bring subscribers to the channel. But this form of being in the same niche makes your audience know that anytime they come on your channel, they can be able to actually get value that they are looking for. For instance, people come on the channel to learn about business, to learn about how to start their own business with different amounts of money, and they will watch 3, 5, 10 videos. On average, people watch about 2 videos each every single month. And that for me is good because I know any single time I do a video, people will watch. People will always watch. And it's not just about the start of the video itself on the very first day, but I know even a year out, even 2 years out, people will still be going to those videos and watching those videos. And that's the same thing that you need to do. So if you choose a niche, you have a probability of growing even faster. If you're doing so many things, then that means that people will find you through different topics, and the expectation in their mind is that that is what you will be handling. But the truth is you're doing so many things, and they may not watch a video on topic A because they subscribe because of topic B. But if you have one topic, everyone who's coming in is expecting that kind of content on your channel. Tip number 6, you need to devote time to the growth of your channel. And this is because if you put in good time to editing your videos, to shooting your videos, to planning your videos, that always shows as you continue going on, because people see that you've actually put in good time, you've actually put in thought to what you are going to produce on your channel. Don't just expect that growth will come without you putting in the time. So this is the first place that you can be able to start on. Sit down and write down any questions that are associated with your industry. This can be what people will watch from you at the very start. So all these questions, look at them, research on what you can handle around them, and then once you've started uploading, look at the most successful videos on your channel. What are they about? And then do something similar to that. So this is what will happen. If one video is actually doing really well on your channel, and then you do a second one that is closely related to the one that is performing well, then when people have watched that video, they will be recommended this second video. All this time that you're putting in to make interrelated content will actually help you to grow, so that one video which is starting to grow will pull these others up, and the average number of views per video that you're getting will continue to grow up. But that means that you need to devote time to the growth of your channel. This is a business like any other. Before you can start thinking about how to get brands, before you can start thinking about how you will get subscribers, you need to put in the work, so that as you make money from this, you'll always keep reinvesting back into the business that is your YouTube channel. Tip number 7, do easy to make content. I know many of us love seeing the vlogs done by people like the What Jesus family or Bosha or Joanna Kinuthia. That's good to do, but if you're starting out, look at how can you be able to make content easily. that just gets you started, because you may not have the money to go to the places that you're seeing your favorite YouTubers going to. And in fact, you don't have to pressure yourself to use money to make a video. You can sit down, similar to what I'm doing, and create content for your audience. That's all your audience need. Content that actually gives them value. And value for your audience will be something different to every single audience that you have. But the point here is, look at which is the easiest content to do and then do that. That way you can be able to sit down and do 2, 3, 4, even 5 videos in one particular sitting, and you probably have content that will last you for 5 weeks. If you're starting out, I'd advise that you do 1 video a week. That's usually the basic minimum, because it gets you into that mode of you are creating a TV show for your audience and you're showing up every single week. So imagine if you spent time sitting down 3 hours and you made 4 videos, shooting end to end, and then you sat down the same day and you edited those 4 videos. By evening, you probably will be done with editing of those videos. And then you schedule them out. You probably have 1 full month of content just from 1 day's work. And you can be able to do that over and over again, and you'll always be on time for your audience. And your audience will always know that you'll always show up for them. So do easy to make content. And then when you have the funds, and then when you can be able to afford a team, then start going out and doing all these things around. Sometimes you don't even have the money to do that, but you can be able to start where you are with what you have. Tip number 8, learn to market yourself and learn about YouTube SEO. There's a tool that I use that's called TubeBuddy, which really helps me whenever I want to rank for particular terms. There are different ways about YouTube, how the way YouTube works, and I'll share that in the next point. But TubeBuddy actually helps in finding keywords which people are looking for. But above that, you also need to learn how to market yourself. Especially when you're starting up, you can tell people about your channel physically. When I was starting out, what I used to do would actually be go to my friends and family and then tell them to subscribe to my channel. Physically subscribe to my channel. I'll take their phone, go on YouTube, search for my channel, subscribe. That way they can be always notified whenever I do a new video. But you always need to learn to tell people, by the way, I have content that I do on YouTube and it's about this and this, and check it out. That way you start learning how to market yourself. And some of these people will give you very valuable feedback, especially when you're starting. This is something that you really, really need, especially when you're getting started, because you don't know what is good and what isn't. But your audience will tell you, by the way, there's a particular place where you did ABCD. That would be good if you change it on the next one. Take that positively, change it on the next one. And that continues to grow your channel. When it comes now to YouTube and YouTube SEO, you need to learn that YouTube is not just a social media platform, but it is a search engine platform. It is owned by Google, which is the largest search engine, and YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. And that means that anytime that you do videos on YouTube, think about what would people Google about, and then do videos about that. That is what has actually helped my channel to get to where it is right now. Because I'm answering people's questions, and any questions I answer, people always subscribe because they find that they have gotten value. And because you've gotten to this point, I hope you've subscribed. Point number 9, learn about how YouTube works. In the previous point, we talked about SEO and TubeBuddy, but you always need to understand how YouTube works. After you have done your first video, then YouTube will promote it, first of all, to your very active subscribers. It doesn't go to everyone at the same time. It goes to the people who've interacted with your videos very frequently or very recently. those are the people that get notified immediately. And when those people now come on your channel and they watch that video, the length of time they take, the amount of time they take watching your videos determines how well that video will do with time. So that is what YouTube is doing. It's telling you that I'm sharing this with your biggest fans, first of all, to see if they will like your video. If they like your video, and liking your video is not just about placing a like on the channel, it's about how long they stay on the video. So the amount of time spent on the video itself is a signal to YouTube that this is a good video. And because this video is going to be really long, I needed to have a lot of content. I needed to have a lot of value so that people will watch all the way to the end. And that's what will now tell YouTube to take it to the next group of people. This next group of people, number one, is other people who've subscribed to the channel but are not as active as the very first group, and people who are similar to the very first group. So YouTube just takes it to them and they feel that these people have watched similar content before. It would be good to actually show them this new content. And when those people watch the feedback from them as well, it now goes to a more general audience as time goes. And this happens even within the first 7 days. But you need to know that even if your video has not done well in the very first 7 days, do not touch it. Don't take it down. Just leave it there. Allow it to continue gathering data for the channel itself. I have a video that I had put up in 2018. That video stayed for a whole year, just getting 5-10 views every single day. And then after a year, it started getting views. It even got to a point where it was getting 300-400 views in a single day. And even up to today, it still keeps on getting over 100 views on the channel. And that's work that I did 2 years ago, and it continuously is making me money every single day. And that is what you want to target. Doing a video that you know even over time will continuously do good for you on your channel. Tip number 10, as you're starting up, no one cares about you. And that doesn't look like a tip, but let me explain. When you're starting up, people don't know you. They don't know you, and that means that they won't care about the same things that you care about. So this is a tip that I have for you. When you're starting out, don't do vlogs about a day in the life or things like that. Do informational kind of videos. I know doing vlogs is more enjoyable because you want to get people behind the scenes, but unless your audience has started asking for that kind of content, then don't do it just for now. This is what you do. In the niche that we had chosen a bit earlier, look at what questions would people ask in that particular niche and give tips about that. That can give you 5-10 videos to do. For instance, if you're a makeup artist and you want to show people how to do makeup, instead of telling them that you went to this particular place where you ate this particular thing, do tutorials about eyebrows, do tutorials about eyelashes. All these are things that people who have no idea who you are will actually resonate with because they want that kind of content. What that does is that the more times that someone watches your content, the more they consume your content, the more value they get from you, the more attached they will be with you. And then once you start doing vlogs, once you start doing bedroom transformations or living room transformations, you have a number of people who are invested in you personally, and they will still watch that content as well. So instead of just starting with the personal stuff, start with things that would resonate with strangers, with people who have no idea who you are, and it actually appeals with other people. And once you're done, sign off, get off. And don't worry about people not subscribing at that first moment. They are just there for themselves. And your audience is like that. They just want things that value them, that they're getting value for themselves. And then when the time comes for you to now monetize your content, to now monetize your audience, people will have invested their time in you. They'll have invested themselves in you. They already feel like they know you, so that when you start a brand, similar to what Joanna K Cosmetics started, then you have people who are ready to buy from you. In fact, you get to a point where people start asking you for recommendations to look the way you look. That tells you it is just about time for you to flip the switch and start making it personal. Tip number 11, focus on your community and focus on your channel. Make sure that your channel gives a good first impression. Above that, answer all the questions, all the comments that you get, answer all of them, because that is a low-hanging fruit. People have come onto your channel, they have watched your video, and then they have taken the extra step. Now they are commenting on your videos. This is what that means, that this person has been engaged enough that they have now gotten to a point that they are now looking for answers that they hope you can be able to answer. And when you take the time to answer those comments, you are turning this casual viewer into a true fan, because you have actually come through for them and you have answered their question and you have shown them that you are a human being just like them and that you care about them. And the next time that you do a video, this person has now been moved into those active people. Whether they've subscribed or not, that comes even later. But once you have engaged someone to this particular point, then you start seeing them over and over again, showing up on your comments section, even sharing out your videos to other social media platforms. Sometimes some of my videos end up on YouTube or on Facebook and on Twitter and on Instagram, and I have no idea where they have gone, and they're probably in WhatsApp, and I know I haven't shared that video out myself in like a week, but I still keep on seeing people sharing that content. Why? Because when you start building your community, you start building people who will be your ambassadors wherever you are. You are sending them like little minions going out and evangelizing about your channel, and they're bringing people to you, and that's much better than you just promoting yourself when you're starting on. But of course, the steps have to be followed. Tip number 12, think about thumbnails. That is usually the very first point where people will engage with your videos. If you have bad thumbnails, then it doesn't matter how good your content is, because fewer people will ever get to see your videos. And if you spend time editing your content, if you spend time making your videos as pleasing as possible, then look at the amount of time that you're spending on your videos and spend an equal or even more time on the thumbnail, because it doesn't matter how good your content is. On YouTube, people judge the book by its cover, and the cover is the thumbnail. So spend time working on your thumbnail. Make sure that you look at the very popular people on the platform and see what kind of thumbnails are they using, and start learning tips about that. There's a video done by YouTube expert known as Daryl Eves, which I will share in the description below, that gives you 10 tips on how you can be able to make your thumbnails better. That's something that I even saved on my phone, that I keep on looking at over and over again. What you're trying to improve is known as click-through rate. This is a measure of, out of 100 people who have seen your video, how many of them will click on your thumbnail to watch the video itself. And that number needs to go as high as possible. So for instance, if you have a 2% click-through rate, or CTR, that means that YouTube shows your content to 100 people and only 2 of them have clicked on the thumbnail to watch the video. But if you have a CTR of 4%, that means you have doubled the CTR and you have 4 people who actually click to watch your video. And you need to actually try and improve this as much as possible. So many YouTubers, so many content creators, This rate is between 2 and 8%. So if you can get it to above 10%, then you're actually doing it really well. There are people on YouTube who do their thumbnails really well, that even in the first 24 hours, they can have a CTR of about 75%. That is really high. That is probably abnormal. What you need to do on your channel is try and improve the average CTR on your channel. Because when you do that, then you're giving yourself more opportunity to be seen. Of course, we've established that your content is really good. And when you do that, people will constantly be watching your videos, because YouTube will keep recommending your videos, especially if you have a high CTR. Tip number 13, just keep uploading. Whenever you're starting on YouTube, it's very easy to have a lot of psych, to want to really do really well, and that's good. And then many of you, what you do is that you work on, how can I be able to do 5 videos in 5 days, or I need to do multiple videos in a particular day. The problem with that is that you will start getting creator burnout. And then you take 2 months and 3 months and 5 months, and then you start saying, oh, YouTube does not work. Oh, I have not gotten the views that I expected to get. This is what you need to do. Sit down and pace yourself. Take at least 1 video a week. That's possible to do. If you don't know how to edit, there are so many tutorials on this platform that you can be able to use. Go there and learn your favorite editing program, whichever it is. I currently use DaVinci Resolve. I moved from Adobe Premiere Pro for my own reasons, because of course DaVinci Resolve is free to use, and I use that as well. And I had to learn how to use this new software. And you will have to learn how to edit your videos. And if you want to edit on your phone, there's a video that I've done about how to edit on KineMaster on your phone. And you can be able to shoot, edit, and upload just using your phone. And you never need to have a computer. You never need to have all this fancy equipment. But the point is, just keep uploading. When you're starting up, this is what will happen. You may not get very many people who are subscribing on your first week, on your first month, but that is okay. Tell yourself that is okay. Even if you wake up tomorrow and you find you've gotten 1 new subscriber, even if you stay for 3-4 days and you've not gotten a view, this is what you need to do. Tell yourself, keep uploading, because it's not your first video that will go viral. It may not be your 5th video. It may not even be your 10th. It may be your 50th video that will start going viral. You never know which of your videos is going to succeed. In fact, what happens sometimes is the video that you think will do well, the video that you're expecting will actually blow everyone out of the water, the one you think will go viral, that is the one that doesn't. And then this one that you've looked at and you don't really like, that is probably what people will resonate with, and you never know. But the thing is, just keep uploading. And if you want any more tips about YouTube, I've gone into very great lengths of actually doing several videos that take you step by step. They're on my second channel. It's called the Creator Growth Academy. You can subscribe to it. There are 2 other videos that I've done on this channel on how to start your YouTube channel, how to grow your YouTube channel. I'll place them on this other side. Subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.